we are. Woohoo! Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing
Hi,
tonight?
everybody.
Hey,
Hello.
Gary. Limey's here. E's here. What's up? Happy Sunday night. Hey, boys and whales. What's up? Good to see you. We've got my sister Jen right here. So anyway, what were we talking about? Oh,
Uh,
cats. Yeah, the cat
oh yeah.
video. Yeah, that was funny. They were, I don't know if it was, and I don't know what they got distracted by. Who
No,
knows?
that was cute because they like both their ears went up and they turned around and then they were just like, nah, whatever. Oh, what were we doing? Yeah, is it
And then
Jinx and what's the other one called?
Nyx.
Nyx. That's it,
She's
Jinx and Nyx.
the goddess of the night because she's black and white.
Yeah.
And as she grows up, I can see spots on either side of her. She's really cool. And then on top, she's got some ticking, some white ticking, so she looks like she has stars on her. So it's a good name for her.
Oh, what's ticking?
Um, like little, not quite spots, but when
Like
like
stipples.
yeah, little bits of fur, different like either lighter or darker colors than the
Oh,
underlying.
like
So I learned
oh,
that from
okay.
having greyhounds.
Like a
Um,
two-tone coat.
mm-hmm. So if they have
Oh,
like any kind of like spots or something, sometimes they'll call that if they're small, they call it ticking. And then
oh,
it gets I got Jinx on her back. She's got these little. It starts out almost like little leopard spots. She's a
right.
tabby,
Yeah,
but it goes into the stripes. It's really
right.
cool. She's really pretty.
Yeah, that sounds quite cool.
Yeah, she's got really cool patterns. I got kind of lucky picking my kitties.
Yeah,
Pretty.
sounds like it.
So
Pause
now
and
you just
guitars. Hello.
Pause. Good to see ya. And Nyx is hysterical because she's got this tiny little mouth. And when she was a baby, really small, just a few weeks ago, actually,
Yeah,
um, her in eating, I had to put her in another room because she would eat so slowly. You know, it's
right.
like this tiny little mouth and tiny little kitty and all this food, and she would just lick at
Rachel
it.
Aloha.
Rachel,
Hey.
aloha! Aloha, sis. And so I would have to put her in my office and close the door so the other two didn't, pounce on her food.
Oof. Yeah. Yeah.
She was getting
Ha-
skinny
Has she got
because they would.
has she got quicker now that her mouth's got bigger or
Yeah,
right?
and plus I have her with her sister, so she knows, oh boy, I better eat this now, or it's not going to be here in a second. So she's
Oh,
a little bit better. When she was really, really small, she just launched her whole body into food, and
right.
I just prayed some of it got in her mouth. I have pictures of her with food all over her face. It was when Jinx was in the hospital.
It sounds more like the approach that a whale that eats plankton would take. Just dive at the food with your mouth open and hope for the best.
Pretty much. I would joke and say she's my spirit animal. She launches herself in food. She climbs on my head and screams. This is my spirit animal.
Oh.
But Jinx came back from the hospital, and then when I was able to let her out of her little pen after about a week, she cleaned up Nyx like go beautifully. I just caught her licking Nyx's face, like
Oh,
for hours.
yeah.
We lick all that food off her face. It worked.
Yeah, because we had an older cat and then got two younger ones, and Socks, the black and white cat, would grab um, the ginger young fluffy Tom and like pin him down and then groom him whether he wanted it or not. Like you're saying, he'd be like, "Get off it," and then eventually he would just give in. Like, actually, it's quite nice.
Exactly. You're gonna take it.
Yeah, it's so cute. And like the older cat would kind of pick on the younger one, but if any of the neighborhood cats started on the younger one, the older one
Yeah,
Socks would
My,
just run
that's
them
my
off. It's like,
bitch.
yeah, exactly.
exactly.
Like that's my brother or that's my like adoptive son. Don't you start, only me.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
he
how
would proper
brothers and
go for him
sisters
as
are.
well.
That's how me and my brother were. I can
Mm,
pick on that. I can pick on her, but you can't.
yeah,
You're not
exactly.
family.
Yeah.
To
Oh wow, that sounds like a long way. Denver to Cali.
California. That is not a short trip.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a lot of fun, especially in the mountains.
Is Denver in
That's nice.
Colorado?
Yeah, sure
Yeah.
is. Yep, it's in the Rockies.
And are they neighboring states? Was there one in between?
Utah's in between them.
I thought there was
And then-
because Vanna is in Colorado, isn't she?
Yes.
Colorado moonshine. So,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So she's in Colorado, and then it's Colorado, it's Wyoming to the east, Colorado
Right.
in the middle, and then Utah, and then California on the coast. Oh, I think Nevada might be in there, but it might be a little south, if I remember my geography correctly.
That I guess because Nevada's where the desert is, isn't it? Where Las Vegas is? Is that right?
Yeah, it's pretty much like the middle of the state is not really habitable.
Right. Right.
Everybody lives on the edge of Nevada, if you look
Right.
at a map of Nevada.
Yeah, that sounds like Australia. Everybody lives on the outskirts because the middle's desert, and China, a lot of that in the middle's desert as well. So
Yes, so you see, it's so similar. It's
Yeah.
there's the map of the United States.
Thank
Pretty good.
you,
I did
eh?
pretty good.
see, I know like it's only in recent years that I've learned that Michigan's up near the Great Lakes and everything. So,
Yes.
but yeah, it's like for years I knew where California and Virginia was and Texas, and that was it.
Yeah. See, now
basically-
we don't expect you to know United States geography. It's all good. What I tell people
Basically,
from
I'm right here, and Justine's
okay.
like right around up in here.
no, that's way north. That's
so
way
you're not
north.
Or
That's way
somewhere.
north.
Some,
I'm
something
just
like
north
that.
of you. So you pointed to your city.
Oh, sugar.
You
just-
pointing to Toledo, and I'm
Somewhere
literally
around,
just above you. Not just that's way north.
well,
So
I mean, I'm spitballing it here, but yeah, it's like that kind of
I
like
show you.
eensy weensy kind of
I show
like
people.
move where I want you to
The
move.
city was asking
very
me
clear
what
map,
state I lived in too.
Ray
So
Chola.
yeah, I'll just
like
How many miles
Sure.
apart are you then? Because I was going to say it doesn't look that far, but
About
then
60.
America's
that's
massive.
60 miles.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not
like
that
50
far.
or 60.
No, it's not that far. Even
One-
for
like,
the UK, that's
one-
not that far.
No,
1
it's
hour
not.
if you're going the speed limit.
Yeah, it's just like my gran would say, I'm going to go and visit relatives around the corner, and she would be saying like 3 hours, and I'd be like, no, that's a road trip. She's like, no, it's around the corner.
There's
Distances are just
Michigan. There it is. So let me see. Let me arrange
see
this.
this. Yeah,
Pro streamer. There we go. So there's Michigan. And I'm just going to zoom in here. So this is Southeast Michigan. This is where I live. This is where
Right.
E lives, right there, Toledo, Ohio.
Oh,
And then I'll show you my city because I don't care.
I'm like literally right at the border of Michigan.
you are, yeah.
This is where
That's
I'm
where we go. That's where I go to get my weed. Is up in like a Monroe, Michigan, which is just like right over the border between me and Justine.
This is my city. So I live in Harper Woods on the border of Grosse Pointe. Woods, actually. This is Farms is south, but if I zoom in,
Venturola's getting tacos.
there's Grosse Pointe
Tacos.
Woods, Grosse Pointe Shores, Grosse Pointe Farms,
Taco.
Grosse Pointe.
Grace Point, wasn't that in the film?
Yes, it was the name of a film.
Yeah,
called
that's what I
Grosse
was
Pointe
thinking.
Blank with John
Yeah.
Cusack. Yes,
Hmm.
yes, and he played an assassin that went to school in Grosse Pointe. He went
There
to
you
high
go.
school in Grosse Pointe. It's where my dentist is. That's not very
Mm.
far from me at all. I mean, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. But the water is right here. So this is Lake Huron right here.
And
So, I'm not very.
is it
far.
Michigan that's got Green Bay?
No, that's Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin.
But
Yeah.
but if actually it's like if you were to swim or take a boat across from Toledo to I think was it like Ontario is like
yeah, yeah.
just right there. It's actually
Windsor.
closer. It's actually closer to me than Detroit is,
Yeah,
based
and
on just on actual
As the
physical
crow flies.
geography.
Yeah.
let me show you too that when we joke and say Canada is south of us, we're not joking.
Yeah.
Canada is south of us. Right there's Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. There's Detroit. Basically, this is all of Detroit.
Yeah.
And there's Canada. It is
I used to
south
know
of
somebody
us.
that lived on the border, but they were on the Canada side, and he
Yep,
used to
Windsor.
cross the bridge all the time to go for the nightlife, and then cross back home at the end of the night.
We used to
I'm
do the
like,
same
okay,
there
cool.
because the drinking age in Canada is 19.
Oh, really?
Yes, so we used to go to Canada
Oh.
constantly. Oh yes, all the time. We had
So it's
the
21 in
bridge.
your state, I take it.
Yes, it's 21.
Right.
21 all over the US. So we would go to because it's literally, I mean, I almost crossed the border by accident walking. My friends were like, "You're gonna cross the border." I'm like, "Oh shit!" Whoops, sorry.
Oh,
You illegal immigrant.
Exactly.
Quick, somebody clip that.
I don't want to be
Justine
an
tried to invade
illegal
Canada.
alien.
I mean, I don't know. I think Canadian ice would be really nice to you. They'd be like,
They're so
No.
sweet.
here's some
They
health
are.
care and
I think I
You
saw
know.
one of the Canadian cops there, and I was like, "Whoops, sorry." He's like, "Oh, it's no big deal." Like,
It's so
"Cross the
funny."
border."
it's
Whoopsie.
okay. You should bring some beer. I mean, something.
Hey,
Yeah,
bring some
yeah.
cigarettes. They're expensive here, eh? That's
Is
we
that-
used to have a lot of my brother owned a smoke shop, so we used to have a
Ah.
ton of
My child is
customers
saying
that would
goodbye,
come
I
over
think.
from Windsor and buy cigarettes because they were so expensive over there and cheaper here back in the in the 80s. It was, you know, they smoked the silk cuts. So we used to have to buy those, especially for Canadian customers. And you used to
Yeah.
have people call them.
It's like if I've a couple of mates that go to France quite a lot, and they bring home tobacco from there because we pay so much tax compared to them. It's like half price, literally. So
yeah, see.
I think
And he-
Rachola's going.
What's that?
I think Rachola is going.
Oh, Rachel. Well, thank you for
We-
coming.
We didn't talk about the fire horse at all.
No, we
yet.
haven't talked about the fire horse at all. So let's do
Fire
that.
I'm not sure what the
Fire
fire horse is
horse.
about. I'm wondering
This
if it's
is-
Native American or
It is. It's the Chinese year of the fire horse.
that was going to
So
be my next guess, but I don't remember hearing of a fire horse before. I remember hearing of like the year of the horse or the dragon or.
They actually have elements that go with each year. Okay.
Oh.
So you could have
So
a
it's-
metal horse or
Are there 4 elements? Or...
Metal
yes,
horse.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know the exact. Okay,
Steve,
E.
oh. It's
Well,
Valerie's
Just
cousin.
trying to talk.
It's Valerie's cousin, Steve-O. Hello.
Steve-O!
Oh.
So, my friend Mark Tanner wished me a happy new year, and he told me it is the year of the fire horse. And I'm like, huh? So he's like, you have to research it. And I'm like, I'm going to. Exactly what I told him. Like, I'm going to research it. Because that's just what I do. So basically, it's a year of change. Powerful surge of, it says, passion, independence, and transformative energy for bold action.
So
Right?
just to stop you there, Justine, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Does this mean, I take it this is the character of the year as a whole, not just for a particular group of demographic within, in that year.
That's
It's the character
Yes.
of the year, right?
Yes, it's the character of the whole year.
Well, I would
And-
say that so far we've already got a lot of change happening, and we're only on day.
And that's
what
the
is
truth.
it? It's the 5th of January here now. So yeah.
And this doesn't even begin until February 17th, which is the Lunar New
Oh,
Year.
we just get warmed up for the fire horse. The fire horse is currently chomping at the bit.
Yeah,
Champing
but
at the bit.
So
just like in any other astrology, just like in Western astrology, the retrogrades like Mercury
Edward.
or Jupiter, they will have a shadow period before and after. And I
Wow.
believe this also will have a shadow period. Hey Edward,
So-
good to see you.
so like
Um,
2023 and 20 to February 24 was the water rabbit, and the wood rabbit is in February of 2035.
Right.
Wood
there's-
rabbit.
Wood and wood, water, metal, fire. I think it is wood, water, metal,
Oh.
fire.
What's
Okay.
what's a wood
Hmm.
rabbit do?
Yeah. So this one with the fire. Yeah. Here we go.
It nibbles on wood. Of course. What else would a wood
And they're
rabbit do?
rabbits. I guess you're all having
Yeah,
children.
there you go. Make your own jokes.
So I
I'm
read
sorry,
up
Justine.
on. It's okay. This is
Where-
my show.
Oh,
It's
I'm
chaos.
a grown adult, you know.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying.
I
I'm
try
being,
not to be.
I say that in chat when I'm being really childish. Like, I'm a grown adult, you know. Making
like
wood
how
jokes.
Steve-
I'm so sorry.
Dave and Smitty, I'll see myself out. Oh God. Anyway, no, that's what makes it fun. You know, I mean, it wouldn't be a real conversation if you didn't talk over each other. Seriously, it's just stupid. You know, this is not a scripted talk show. People, not
No.
sorry.
No.
Okay,
Okay, so the fire horse.
yeah,
Fire
so
horse, yeah.
it marks this intense energy, bold action, transformation. And like you said, Limey, we're the fourth day into January, and what did the United States do?
That was kind of a big change. Yeah. Somewhat fiery as well, some would say.
Oh, okay. Not to
I
talk
liked
about
our
politics
Prime
or
Minister's
anything.
response as well was just awesome.
Yeah, and again, not to talk about politics or anything.
Yeah, no,
but
no,
it
let's
is
not.
something
kind of hard not to
definitely
talk about.
Yeah, I was.
that is
That's the
It's a
significant.
thing,
world
like,
of
because I was
fire.
like, I don't know if you've ever seen Faulty Towers, where Basil
it.
Fawlty is going, "Don't mention the war." I was thinking to myself before the stream, "Don't mention the war."
Exactly. I love Faulty Towers. Oh my god, that was my life in the '90s. But yeah, that and AbFab. But yeah, it's not to get political. I'm not trying to do that for or not. Okay, it's just the fact that it happened, right? And that it's extremely significant that the United States is but we are now invading another country. So that's pretty intense.
And we have more on the docket, so it's like
For sure. And so let's look at the last time, okay, that we had the year of the fire horse, which was 1966. And this is what I found interesting.
Vietnam,
I
Korea, or something.
I looked up significant historical events in 1966. Okay, so what happened last year of the fire horse, which was over like 60 years ago, right? It was Vietnam War protests escalating, civil rights struggles, like the Black Panther Party's founding, race riots, major space milestones, the USSR Luna 9 soft landing on the moon, and US Gemini dockings. There was the Aberfan disaster in Wales, the University of Texas Tower shooting, Ronald Reagan was elected as California's governor, and England won the FIFA World Cup. And then you had iconic debuts of iconic shows like Star Trek, which is interesting. Like the space age thing was coming in. And then you had all these moon landings early. And then, well, you know, the spaceships at least landing on there. And albums like the Beatles' Revolver, one of my very favorite Beatles albums ever. And another one of my favorite albums, the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds.
Wasn't that like the... No, beg your pardon. I was going to say, wasn't that the first stereo album? But it's when I bought a version of it where it was mono and stereo on one CD and then the other. I think it was like the original recording and then somebody had remastered it, but in stereo. It was pretty cool.
Cool. That's cool. That's a great album. That's,
But,
in
yeah,
my
that's-
opinion, the Beach Boys' best album ever.
Yeah, that's a real mix of events. But like you say, they're quite big change, because that's considered a seminal album of like pop music generally, isn't it? The Pet Sounds.
Oh, yeah. It was one of the first albums I think anybody used a theremin on. Good Vibrations.
Oh, really?
Doo-doo. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as I
used the theremin on it.
heard Portishead, I'm not very good normally at identifying individual instruments, but as soon as I heard that, I was like, "That's got to be a theremin." And I
Yeah,
was
it's
watching a
hard not to
documentary.
identify theremin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even for me, right? So, and a couple of years before, I'd seen a documentary about the theremin and saying like it was the only electronic instrument allowed in a full orchestra, and at the
Yup.
time there was like 5 people on the planet that could play one and stuff like that. It was really cool.
I want one.
Oh
I
yeah.
want one
Well,
bad.
you can get like a digital version now. I don't know if you've watched Andrew Huang. He did a video about it, and like it
There's
has Sorry.
there's some really good video of like Nine Inch Nails playing, and they got a guy on theremin, and it's
So cool,
just
so
like
cool. So cool.
it's just on this like floating kind of arm that just like
Yeah.
bobs and moves to his movements and stuff. So it's just bouncing around. He's just playing it, and it like
So
it's just
cool.
really cool. Like,
Cool. Oh, I'm gonna
I
have to
love
look
those
that up.
alternate
the
instruments.
love
I
it.
saw
the
Have
effects that they put on it too, just like
Oh, that sounds.
I want
I
to.
love Nin. So yeah. Well, like I said, there's a digital one where you can. It's almost your hands almost look like you're conducting an orchestra, but it's like as you rotate your hands, it changes a pitch, and then as you or up and down, it changes pitch, and as you. Yeah, there's different. You can program it, I think, to do different things depending on what your hands are doing, like in 3D space. So yeah,
it's
like
like
Theremin, but a
scrolling,
digital version. Then
like
it's
it-
so
wave
cool.
waves.
Is it
Yeah,
like an app or is it an actual like?
No, it's a physical thing. You get like a keyboard, and then it has two, I think, two like sort of poles in front of it that emit the electromagnetic field, and then like and combination of pressing the keys and moving your hands around like that is it's really cool. And
Wow.
Andrew Huang, he's covered it on his channel, the Canadian producer. So yeah, really cool.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'll have to check that out. You'll have to link me up because
Yeah, I was just thinking I'll try and look it up now, otherwise I'll forget. But yeah, so
I know.
1966, they still talk about us winning the World Cup here because I think we beat Germany as well. So it was even
That's
bigger
cool.
thing. Oh,
Yeah.
Wes,
So
cool.
hey, first
Thank
of all,
you.
hey Wes. And
Yeah, hi,
second,
yeah, hi,
Carolina
Wes.
Ike
Oh, no,
is
that's
the
cool.
master of the theremin. She has a YouTube channel. Oh, I'm gonna have to
Ooh.
check that
I've
out.
just got to open a new tab now and see if I can get because I'll never remember how to spell her surname.
That is cool. Yeah, so it's a mix of these historical events, right? You had, but they're all what I noticed about it, and what a friend of mine sent me a video on with this professor that is a professor of resistance history. He's a he's a really interesting guy. And he was
Resistance history.
resistance history.
Huh.
And what I noticed as a theme in 66 seemed to be resistance. Vietnam War protests, civil rights struggles. Those two things really spoke to me, like, and then even like these albums, Revolver and Pet Sounds, and we can get more into the music, which I would like to, that was released that year, to notice like, okay, what other types of music did we have? I believe it was a lot of Dylan as well was released. So, protest music. That's resistance.
Yeah.
And what resistance do we have now? Not a lot. I don't know. I think that's going to be apparent this year, and we're going to see.
Yeah, I think there will be.
What's that
It's
one?
going to be a mix. I think it's going to be a mix of all the above. It's like what we've had, but only more so.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
more
I
What's
think.
intense.
what's that one guy who plays like a bunch of acoustic stuff, and he plays in a field a lot of the time singing
Yeah,
about like,
I'm sub to him.
ice and,
Jesse Wells.
yeah,
Yeah, Jesse
I
Wells.
love Jesse Wells.
probably about
I
the
love him
closest thing
too.
to Bob Dylan that we have like these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, and he also, I don't know if you know Justin and Andy, but he's also in a rock band as well. So I
Yeah.
think it's on a separate channel, like Hell's Bells or something. I think it might be, but yeah, also really good as a rock musician as well. So
Right
yeah,
on.
he's
Right on.
so like he gets sometimes they're so topical, like he's written a song, got it out there in like a day or two, and then other times it's like he's talking about it's still topical, but it's like over a longer period of time, and
Yeah.
then there's just like quite personal ones, and I
Yeah.
love how he mixes like sci-fi imagery and references to religion and the internet and stuff as well. Like
Yeah, he's
just
pretty
really good.
brilliant in the way
Yeah.
he weaves his lyrics, for sure. Um, I think I found him through Valerie. I think Valerie introduced me to Jesse Wells or
Hi,
something in
Willie.
Valerie's. Hey, Willie, good to see ya. So yeah, I would like, we'll see what unfolds there. I gotta look this up though. Um, I don't look-
Yeah, it was interesting thought you had about the music, and then like you say with
yeah,
Dylan and stuff as well. Yeah.
albums were released in 1966. So yeah, we had the Revolver Pet Sounds. Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde. You had the Rolling Stones Aftermath. And then you had, guess what? Oh, this is really interesting. Ha! Frank Zappa! Yeah!
Right.
Mothers of Invention Freak Out. That's awesome. So that was released in 66. Think about that.
Yeah.
How innovative that was.
Well, I don't know the album, but just like from what I've heard of Zappa and what I've seen of him, is because I've seen like a couple of TV clips of him as well, and he
Yup.
just seemed to be sort of questioning things a lot, and yeah, very intelligent guy by the looks of it.
Now, Zappa never took a drug. He never did drugs. He was
Oh.
actually scared to death of doing that for the what it would do to his brain.
Right.
He was he was so into music and complex, really complex music. He did not want to do any drugs. He never did any.
I
That was
wonder
the
how
irony
he.
of Frank Zappa.
I wonder how he responded to that one video of that chick smashing the egg in the kitchen, and then he's like, and she's like, "This is your brain. This
Oh.
is your brain of
Right on
drugs."
drugs.
And Frank
Yeah.
Zappa's like, "Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it."
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing excuse me. Hold on one second. I'm gonna do the
Oh,
West
Scully
coughing
Pop.
thing.
Hey, Scully Pop. Time man.
Hey,
Hugh Caldwell.
Scully! Time
Time
man,
Man.
what's up? Good to see you guys.
Hugh
Hello.
Caldwell.
and Hugh,
Hugh!
my northern neighbour.
Hey.
It's cold down here. Well, it's cold for us southerners at the moment down here. Well, Midlanders, I should say.
What's
It's
the
like
temp?
-5 degrees C, but I dread to think what it is where Hugh is in his castle. Blimey,
Oh my god. Let's see.
up in Scotland.
There we go. Ew,
I
it's
don't-
chilly. It's
Yeah.
right. That's about what it is here, actually.
Ugh.
23 degrees. But guess what? Monday
What?
or Tuesday, it's gonna be 40, and then
Pretty.
That's
Wednesday
above
too,
freezing, right?
and then it's okay. So let's
32 is free.
30, yeah, I was
32
going to
is
say
freezing.
32 is
So-
freezing. I've got to try and remember that because it's kind of a good starting point.
That would be 4 degrees Celsius approximately,
Right.
40 degrees, and then it's gonna
Okay.
be
Still cold.
convert this. It'll be 10 degrees Celsius the next day. It'll be like spring.
Cool. Just, yeah.
For a little bit, you break out the shorts, and then like by 6 o'clock, it's back to sweatpants.
Yeah, that's quite a range.
I'm telling you, it's what I call pneumonia weather.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
what I
exactly.
call Mother Nature trying to get rid of humans.
Thin in the herd.
Mr. Steve,
Hey, Mr. Smith, good to see you. Oh my God, dude.
Hey,
Yeah, this weather is
Mr.
awful.
Smith.
But okay, so back to, so I looked up the first album, And I'm not like a huge. I don't own a lot of Frank Zappa, but I appreciate Frank Zappa very much. So you had Hungry Freaks. Anybody stop me if you know these tunes. Thank you. Hungry Freaks, Daddy. I Ain't Got No Heart. Who Are the Brain Police? I've heard of that song. Go Cry on Somebody. Motherly Love. How Could I Be Such a Fool? Wowie Zowie. You Didn't Try to Call Me. Anyway the Wind Blows. I'm Not Satisfied. You're Probably Wondering Why I'm Here. Trouble Coming Every Day. Help, I'm a Rock. Sweet in 3 movements. And Return of the Sun Monster Magnet. That is that album. So if anybody is a huge Frank Zappa fan, which I know a lot of people are here, and rightfully so, that was that album.
I feel like that whole song list was just the guy writing out like a list of thoughts, and each line is like just a song of its own. Like, help! I am trapped in the bathroom.
If you
My
ever
legs
listen to
hurt.
Zappa, it's kind of like that. Like, I'm going to Montana soon. Gonna be a, oh, what's the fucking lyric? Gonna be a dental something. I don't know. Anyway, see, I've got to admit, it's not like I'm a huge Frank Zappa fan. I'm a punk. I'm like a huge Frank Zappa fan. Hey, Rhett, what's up? Balls, dude. Good to see you.
Balls.
So that was
Hi,
so.
Nix.
I think was that the first Frank Zappa album? Must have been. So there's that, and then okay, you had the Monkees. You want to contrast 2 bands?
Oh, controversial.
I'm gonna cry. Contrast Frank Zappa with the Monkees. Now I love the Monkees. I'm not gonna lie, I love those guys. You know, Davy Jones, he rocked. Oh my god, we loved him when we were like, what
Yeah, I quite like
5
the
when
Monkees.
we saw. So yeah, then you had Fresh Cream come out in '66.
Fresh cream.
Yeah, Fresh Cream.
Fresh. Cream fresh.
Cream Fresh. That's one of my favorite South Park episodes, no kidding. Only because Cartman dresses as Gordon Ramsay and Randy believes him. as Stan is saying, my dad's never gonna believe you're Gordon. He goes, Gordon Ramsay. He goes, never mind, my dad is.
Nice.
That and the one, the gluten episode where your dick blows off if you eat gluten. Those are my 2 favorite episodes ever of South Park. Oh no, third. There's a third where Wendy beats up Cartman. Oh, best one. That is a really good episode. So they're my 3 favorite South Park episodes. Everyone. All right, back to this. Because this is actually kind of interesting to me. I like doing stuff like this and looking at weird historical events and crap around them. So okay, there's another album, The Mamas and the Papas. That was an interesting band back then. They were a folk band. I wouldn't call them a protest band though. You know, it wasn't like Dylan, but they were they were an extremely folky band. They call them psychedelic rock. I don't know if I call that psychedelic rock.
I don't know enough of that. I know one song maybe.
Yeah, you know, all the leaves are brown. Yep. I think that's
California
what everybody
Dreaming.
knows. Let's see, Simon and Garfunkel. Okay, I love
Jimi
Simon
Hendrix's first tour of Europe was with the Monkees, Hugh says.
Oh, wow.
Blimey.
Wow.
And Dr. John's first paid session in the UK was with Mrs. Mills.
That's interesting. Dr. John's another interesting character.
Just
Let's see. Oh, Donovan released Sunshine Superman. I like Donovan.
again, I don't really know any of his stuff. Was he folky?
He was Rocky. He was like more
okay.
psychedelic-y, kind of like real like early 60s hurdy-gurdy man. Je ne pas, je ne pas. He did that one. I'm a goof. I like
Oh, I like
it was
all
really
sorts
poppy.
of
Okay,
stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
not really a pop music fan, but I really like Donovan. It's weird. Okay, and what I was gonna say is I am a huge Simon and Garfunkel fan, and they released Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme in '66, which is like amazing, and The Sound of Silence. There you go. Now, to me, they are protest music. If you really listen to their lyrics and everything, it's protest music. I love them. All their old stuff, all of it. And I love Paul Simon too. I got to see him for Rose Center.
Yeah, because he was having hits when I was growing up, and I quite liked some of his stuff. You Can Call Me Al.
Yes.
Massive.
Yes.
And and I like some. I know less by Simon and Garfunkel, but I like Sound of Silence, for example, and a couple of others.
Yeah, he's awesome. I got to see Paul Simon front and center at a place here called Pine Knob. And they switched the name to DTE Energy Center, and then we were like, no, it's still
DTE
Pine Knob.
Energy Center.
And then they
Where I
went back
went
to
see
Pine Knob.
Nine Inch Nails.
Two, right?
At
There's
the DTE Energy Center.
Are there a lot of do a lot of wood rabbits congregate around Pine Knob? I'm sorry.
Depends on the day, but there could be a lot of knobs or could be a lot of pines.
Yeah.
It just depends. Depends on who's playing.
James. Hi, James.
That's a lot
Hey,
of.
James.
Hi, James.
Hugh knows
Yay,
all
it's
the
a lot of
Simon and
contingent.
Garfunkel.
Woohoo.
Pine scented.
That's cool. Let's see.
Sorry, what was that?
Back to my...
What?
Did you
Oh,
say
it
something
says-
about?
It's a bunch of pine scented knobs.
There
That's
you
what I
go.
thought you said.
There you go. Here's kind of an interesting band that I have a friend that is kind of into this band. I've been in her Facebook group since 2013. This one, it's a rock and roll rare songs and pictures group, and it's like one of the best groups on Facebook ever. It's so cool. And I learned about this band through this group. I didn't really know who they were. The 13th Floor Elevators.
Mm-hmm.
And they released, they released an album called The Psychedelic Sounds of the 13th Floor Elevators.
Oh,
That just
I like
reminds.
And
That
it's
just reminds
trippy.
me of the Mitch Hedberg bit where he's like, "People on the 14th floor, you know what floor you're really on. If you jump out the window, you'll die earlier."
Yeah, that's an
hi, Ali.
interesting band.
I was really surprised when I
Ellie!
found that out about the states not having a 13th floor. I was like, that's kind of cool,
Ellie!
but kind of silly.
The band Death, they're from Detroit. That was Detroit's, they were an all-black band. They were a punk band.
Cool.
If I'm thinking of the right band, I think I am.
Oh,
Look it up.
Hugh knows about the 13th floor elevators.
Yeah, that's just really interesting. 13th Floor Elevators.
How you doing, Allie?
Okay, Justine, just while I remember, I had a look for that video about the theremin type thingy, and I can't find it because it's probably in a video with other instruments. And I tried looking at titles and searching a couple of different ways, but couldn't find it. But I might be able to just find it online, separately. So if I do, I'll send it to you for sure.
Cool. That's awesome. Do that because I want to check that out. No, a lot of hotels don't have a room 13, and you know what else? Buildings don't have a floor 13, really.
That's what I meant. That's what I was saying. Like, I was so surprised when I found that out about the States. And I was like, that's kind of cool, but kind of silly.
They'll have a mezzanine floor, but they won't have a 13th floor.
What? So
Like,
that's even what?
In both of the high rises I
even
worked in the
dafter.
city, downtown, did not have a 13th floor. Whatever was supposed to be on the 13th floor, they just didn't have one, and there was like a lunchroom there, in both buildings. which was interesting.
What, a lunchroom across the whole floor?
It was the whole floor. It was a restaurant,
Then
and
still,
then
then
it
your
was
lunchroom's on the unlockiest floor in the building. Who would do that?
is that
Everybody's
crazy?
gonna drop
And that's
dead
where
from
you went
food
up to get
poisoning.
ice. Yeah, you don't want to like spend it up there.
No,
But
if-
it's
if
actually
13 is-
it technically is the 13th floor, but they don't call it the 13th floor.
It's like,
So,
More than
this
Mitch
just got even
Hedberg
sillier
bit.
for me. I'm
He's
sorry.
he's like,
So, yeah.
it's like,
It's
if
crazy.
13 is unlucky, then 12 and 14 are guilty by association. What
By
about
the
you,
way.
14? You me divided by 2. All right, I was with 13.
13 is my lucky number. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so
Oh
whatever.
wow!
It is
Mr.
actually my
Smith,
lucky
That's pretty good. I've seen Skunk Nancy live.
That's
That
cool.
was so good. But Skin,
Boxing gloves and then
I love
played a
Skin.
therem in solo. I wish I
yeah,
had seen that.
that like
frickin'
you wouldn't
rocks.
forget that in a hurry, would you? Blimey,
It's
that's so
crazy.
good.
That'd be cool.
The 12+1 floor, yeah.
Okay, so Death. All right, so there's a metal band called Death. This is what I was gonna say. Sorry, we got waylaid. So Allie, there's a metal band called Death, and then there's this band called Death from Detroit that was an all black guy punk band. It was a punk band. I love arguing with people.
So there was 2
That
deaths.
Detroit invented punk. I will get jumped for that in several venues and have, and I don't care.
No,
I think it's fun.
Apparently there was a Nirvana before there was Nirvana. There was like a Nirvana back in like the 60s. They
Really?
like made an album and stuff like that. Yeah. It's like it's weird when
Interesting.
names just get like co-opted.
It's a cool name, man. You know, it sounds like a cool band name.
I should.
Oh,
name
cool,
band
Allie, see?
kids.
That's awesome. They were actually a very cool band. One of my favorite bands,
Take
yeah,
over.
duh,
Take
from
over
Detroit.
Kiss.
MC5, and I knew some of those guys. I kind of grew up with them because, you know, we're all kind of... Detroit is a huge city that's a small town, so you end up in my parents' owned 2 smoke shops, and back then everybody smoked, even through the 80s, you know, so I got to meet a lot of people. You know, it was kind of crazy. I didn't even realize like who I knew. John Sinclair, he's a poet. He was jailed for a joint in 1969 or 70.
Not 66.
They put him in prison. They put him in prison for a
Yeah,
joint back then. So the whole Ann Arbor Hash Bash that still happen. Well, it's legal now, so now it's just like a festival. But it used to be a protest. That whole protest happened because of John Sinclair, and John Sinclair was a poet, and he was the manager of the MC5. Okay. My parents owned a smoke shop that was a smoke shop in the front, and in sundries and things, and in the back was like we did like shakes and sandwiches and donuts and things, you know, kind of sold coffee. And this man would come in every day, okay, and I would serve him his coffee. I knew exactly what he wanted, come in the same time every day. And I was 17 at the time. Yeah. And I very much looked like Janis Joplin. I had this long hair with this hippie dread that was like, it had like this, one of my friends did like one of those bracelets, but in my hair. And then I had a dreadlock there.
Do you look like Povald's beard?
And I'm serving this guy his coffee, and I go back down. I'm about to leave to the other store with my brother. It was a Saturday, and my brother, and I have a booklet in front of me, and it's John Sinclair and his poetry. I was reading it on my way to work, and my brother points to that book, and he goes, "Do you know who that is, right?" And I look at the book because it's, you know, it's John Sinclair when he was young, and he had this huge fro. There's a cat. Yes, she climbs me. He had this huge fro, and he was this bigger guy. And the guy at the other end's older, kind of balding and skinnier. But I look at his face, and I look at the guy in the picture, and I look at him, and I'm like, oh, that's John Sinclair. I've been serving John Sinclair's coffee for... Wait a minute. 5 years now. I didn't know it was John Sinclair. I had no idea.
no.
And he literally heard my brother telling him, and the shock on my stupid young ass face. I'm going, duh. And he goes like this, and he walked out. I'm like, son of a bitch. So that was
I'm
pretty
the
cool.
fucking
That
book,
was
man. He's the guy on the thing.
Wait a minute. Stop. Hold on. Oh, man. I gotta go to work. This sucks. Yeah, it was good. Good stuff. Growing up in Detroit in the 80s. Meeting your heroes, not even realizing. you met
There's a
them.
lot of people from Toledo that are famous, like Katie Holmes and Jamie Farr, and I kind of wonder like how many people who are like famous that come from my hometown. I might have like yelled at while in traffic. I might have like screamed at them, like Katie Holmes. I probably called her a fucking bitch or something. Fucking
Yeah.
drive, you bitch! I don't care if you're married to Tom Cruise
Yeah. Who's that
or whatever,
one couple? They're comedian. We've got and see, I can't even remember these people's names. Let me look up Idiocracy because it's one of the actors on there.
Luke Wilson.
No, he's not him. It's not him. It's the other guy.
Dax
It's the guy who's
Shepard.
this baiting. It's the stupid guy.
Dax Shepard.
Yeah, he's from here. He's from here, and his wife is from Farmington, Michigan. Yeah, they're from here. I would be prouder to say Robin.
You
Williams
interrupt
is
me
from
while I'm
Detroit.
watching all my balls.
Yeah, Dax Shepard, what's her face? But Robin Williams is from here. Iggy Pop's from Ypsilanti. Hell yeah. That's way west of here, though. That's like an hour west of here. I used to hang out in Ypsilanti, though, because that's where Eastern Michigan is, and a lot of my friends went there. That was fun. That's a party school. Anyway. I know, because I partied there. So let's see. What other albums do we have? So we had 13th Floor Elevators, which was interesting to me. Ike and Tina Turner. Hell yeah. I love Tina Turner. I can bite it. But Tina rocks. And it was River Deep, Mountain High. That is that album. Just the,
So we've got from Toledo, Tom Schultz from Boston.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's quite a guitar player. That guy's a little obsessed.
We had the band Lollipop Lust Kill. If you've ever heard them before.
No, sounds interesting, though. Good band name.
Art Tatum, jazz pianist.
Oh,
He's pretty famous. I think we have also Anita Baker.
Oh, no, she's from Detroit. I'm going to argue with that. Nuh-uh. We get Anita. Step off. I want Anita. That's mine. I love her.
That's Toledo.
Oh, I love Anita Baker. She's not. No.
Was born
She lives in Detroit. Stop.
Born in Toledo.
Shh.
But then she was raised by a foster family in Detroit, Michigan.
Ha!
She was still born in Toledo, though.
Damn. No, yeah, I love Anita Baker. She's awesome. Oh yeah, well, let's talk about all the famous people like Stevie Wonder. We have Stevie Wonder. Thank you. I love Stevie. We could go into that.
We got Adrienne Palicki from she's in some stuff from TV and from Toledo. Jamie Farr was Klinger from MASH.
We got Diana Ross. We got Marvin Gaye. We got Smokey Robinson. We got Aretha Franklin. We had Jackie Wilson. Woohoo! Martha Reeves.
Blimey, you've got a
Spinners? I
lot.
love the Spinners.
Okay,
Okay.
let's see.
I'm
our
a huge
criminals
R&B fan
here.
from being from Detroit. I love R&B. So
I've not heard of the Sweaters before. Are they like which? Are they 60s or
Spinners, yeah.
oh
Uh,
Spinners?
the Spinners, yeah. The Spinners. So, I
Oh,
used to have
we got some
all
criminal.
their
We got some
albums. I
criminals.
didn't rescue everything, but let's look up Spinners.
I don't
James
know.
has posted a load of people in chat. Are they all from Detroit?
I'm thinking we should be combining criminals and
Of course,
government
Eminem is, isn't he?
politicians.
Ever heard of the song "The Rubber Band
Should be.
Man"? That's the Spinners.
These should be the same column. Criminals and politicians.
That's a great tune. The Rubber Band Man. Yeah, Kid Rock, Alice Cooper, Eminem.
Yeah,
Um,
I realised they must be when I saw Eminem because
ICP.
even I know he's from Detroit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know those guys. I know the ICP guys. They're good guys, actually. That's
Yeah, I
a
remember you
business.
saying about
ICP
that.
is a business. Okay, you have to understand something about ICP if you don't like ICP. And I can understand why you wouldn't like their music, and that's fine. They are a business. They saw a need, and they supplied the need and made money with it. Those guys are kind of genius. They're just smart. They were smart kids from Ferndale, Michigan. Seriously.
yeah. I
They made
mean,
a lot of money.
I kind of like a couple of tracks I've heard, but as you say, I know one Juggalo, and I've heard what he said about the fan base and what other people have said about the fan base, and it's like they just sound really cool.
It's
I like-
it's you know it's like it's cultish, you know.
Yeah.
And you
I've
got your
fallen
cool
to-
people and you got your idiots, you know, and
I've
you
fallen
got
to them.
levels and classes and stuff.
I fell in
It's
some
crazy.
kind of late in life because it was like in high school. There was a few of them, of the Juggalos, but they were just they're idiots. They're
Right.
just
That's the
real
problem.
shit.
Yeah.
They were really
Yeah.
shitty people. They were like actively really like racist,
that's
bigoted
gonna
people,
kind of-
which is
Yeah.
See,
supposed
that
which
is
was
not at
goes
all
It
what
goes
my friend.
against.
That is not those dudes.
It completely
not like
goes
that at all.
against what the actual music stands for.
And you know, those guys are the
And-
sweetest people you'll ever
But that's the
meet.
thing. If you
But-
don't know about ICP yourself, if you only experience a couple of fans like that, you're gonna think, "Oh my god."
Yeah, that's just
But then-
stupid people that
yeah,
you know.
but then
don't care.
at some point, like I listened to, I watched one of their videos, and I was rolling on the floor laughing, and I realized that this is actually the same kind of stuff that I'd already been listening to,
Yes.
Right.
and I'm like, this is actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, you know, like
Yeah.
then I, really,
I got to play test a
listen
game
to
that
it.
they wrote. They wrote this thing called Morton's List. Okay, it was like it was a tabletop game. It wasn't role playing. It was for a party. Okay, so if you had a bunch of people at a party and didn't really know what to do, or you bored, and you know, so you took out these cards. You had to draw from, I think, what was it, 2 or 3 different ones. So I got to
Smart
play
word,
test
gotcha.
it. And I was with my boyfriend at the time, who was a dipshit. But anyway, I was with this guy, and then we went with 2 or 3 other couples. And so we picked these cards, and we had to play a board. We had to go to a strip club and play a board game there. We did it. We did it too. We went to the seedy strip club on 8 Mile too. It was the worst. And we took the game Clue. And we put it right out on the table, and we ordered drinks. Some people ordered food. And you know what? The girls treated the women very, very well. We had a good time. Morton's List.
That's cool. Those games are quite good sometimes when you get, like you say, like prompt cards to do different things, and then put them together.
Yeah, it got you like doing crazy stuff. Maybe nothing illegal. You know,
Yeah.
they told me, well, we had some illegal stuff in there. Lawyer said we couldn't do that. So we had to take a lot of it out. So we were like the first people to play the game. And it was actually really,
Cool.
really fun. It got you out. It got
Again,
you
I
doing
think that
something.
that kind of fits the name and kind of image of the band as well, doesn't it? Like being
With
off the
the
wall,
Joker's
not actually
cards and
Yes.
anything that is harmful in any way. So yeah, that's pretty
And
cool.
we
they
got
had all
the
these the promotional stuff. I used to have a bunch of it, and it was cool. It were these stickers like, and they had like the third eye on there. It was like kind of like this esoteric stuff. It was
I love
wild.
stickers.
It was
they
really cool.
they like every album is like a Joker's card kind of thing, you know, that you know is part of a deck, as you know, as they refer to
Oh,
like you know their lore and stuff like that. So like the Great
oh, okay.
Malenko, Carnival of Carnage, you know, those are some of the first
Oh,
cards, you know, the cards that they released.
You have to understand these guys are really into, and this is how I met them. They all play D&D. They're all role players. Okay.
They're
So they
nerds.
came
Like,
up, but they're
they love
really
Star
smart
Wars.
and they all smoke weed. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
you
Shaggy.
get bored and your mind wanders and you're playing and we're like, oh, we could do this and we do this. And these guys were smart enough to put it into action and actually make money at it. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. I'm
Rather
like,
than just
us stupid people
being
just sitting at the
inspired
table
and then-
going,
yeah,
you know?
that'd be me.
I'm actually
I'd
like,
have the ideas and then just get more stoned and that'd be that. These cards that were released though, did they have stats on and things like Magic the Gathering or something? Were they like
Oh
that,
no,
or
no! It's just
more like
it's
art
just a,
cards?
it's a story, I guess, kind of
Oh, okay,
a theme or something. Like
right,
you know,
like a loose
a
it's
la
narrative.
AD a la AD in D&D, right?
so it's not
So
it's nothing
like a
it's nothing
backstory.
like it's
Okay.
nothing, but it's nothing like actual like you know like a game or anything
Right,
like
it's
Magic
funny.
or
No.
anything. No, it's just like just the album itself was just called a card, and it
Okay.
was
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
because
I
it's
remember that.
and it's in line with the whole clown thing, you know, and like the whole like
Yeah,
you know,
iconography.
you
and
got
that.
Joker's
Yeah,
cards in a deck, you know.
yeah.
And I
Um,
gotta be honest,
No, I
I'm
love
not
stuff
I'm
like
not a
that.
fan of
I love stuff like
ICP.
that.
I'm not a fan of their music.
Yeah.
But those guys are cool dudes. I'm sorry.
Mm.
They're really nice people.
No, that's it. Even
I
if you
don't
went
listen
into
to
their
their music
music,
at
they'd be
all.
cool to hang with by the sounds of it. I mean, like you say, that game and yeah,
Yeah,
just,
and you know they're
yeah.
really normal people. They have families.
Yeah.
You know, they have houses in the city. You know, they're really normal dudes. I spent near Christmas. How I met him is through my friend Jesse, and his mom makes tamales every Christmas. So that's exactly how I spent one Christmas, was eating tamales with the ICP crew, and it was pretty cool. Just sitting in a living room, just chilling, eating tamales and hanging out.
Nice.
They are very
Nom, nom,
cool
nom, nom.
people. But again, you know, it's not like I'm a huge ICP fan, but you know, I appreciate them. I don't know how we got on that conversation. It was interesting. Let's see. So, I was talking about the okay. I was talking about the music.
we were talking about who came from what town. You know, it's
Yeah,
got-
we were arguing about Anita Baker. And I was like, I get into fights because I say that
It's,
punk came from Detroit, and people are like, no, it didn't. It was New York. No, it was LA. No, it was London.
Yeah, right.
I've
Because
gotten
that's
into
the
that
thing.
quite
That's
a
what I
bit.
was just going to say as well. Just see, like in the UK, it would be like Manchester is known as a place that's like had at different times really captured popular music, like with the Beatles, and Liverpool and Manchester,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Beatles and Oasis and stuff. But I take
They
it
have got
Detroit is
Birmingham.
a city like that within the US, right? You've got like
Oh, yeah.
Nashville,
Yeah.
Detroit, and other.
Well, we had Motown. We were Motown.
Of course, yeah.
and house music came from Detroit too.
Yep. Yeah, we have industrial.
Ah.
That was in like the 80s. Industrial
Mm.
came up. I knew a lot of people in the industrial scene. I still do. I know like that. I know so many DJs from that scene because Kurt was in that.
Well, yeah,
scene.
because
He
you
was a
knew guys
DJ.
from the grunge scene as well, right? So
Oh, that was
yeah,
mine. That was
yeah,
mine. I ran
yeah,
out to Seattle. I did. I actually drove out there. I did. I ran there. I did.
yeah.
I would have run there earlier, but I
Run, Justine, run.
oh, trust me. I was like, the scene's out there. Bye, and I left because all that was here were the Deadheads, and that was a good. Like I said, I was beat out. I joined them because Punk died a horrible death here in Detroit around 1989, 90. I think it hung itself. It just stopped. It was horrible for people like me and Kurt because we were like, what do we do? Where do we go? We were kind of like hanging out at his place going, fuck, what do we do? Well, we know these hippies over here. All right, it looks like a scene. Let's go and check that out. So we did.
So
And it was
like,
a scene. It was
I
wild.
wonder if Punk either hung itself out of protest or erotic asphyxiation. Did Punk do it with its hand in its pants or?
No, it died very suddenly and abruptly. That's
What a
what
great
it
way
was.
to go.
Gone. No, it wasn't even that. What's his name?
David Carradine.
Yeah, it wasn't that. No. It wasn't
Yeah, we had
enjoyable at all. It was just more like just death.
I think it was a conservative politician that went that way in the UK. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, sucking a orange or something with some like drug in it. I forget what now, but yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy because St. Andrews went from a punk venue to basically rap. Bam. Overnight, almost.
Yeah, how Beastie Boys started, if I remember right. They were like a punk band that then
Yes.
went to rap afterwards, right?
Yeah, they were a terrible punk band. Terrible.
Yeah.
Awesome rap band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they were like, we suck at this. We're not going to make any money. We're not going to get anywhere with this. Because that's basically, punk is like,
I think they identified as well, like the
Dada is the movement I'm thinking of, the art movement that I'm trying to think of to relate to punk.
Oh, okay.
Where
I don't know
art
anything about
eats
that
itself.
movement. I've heard of it, but
it's where they would go out and find found garbage and like a toilet and write their name on it.
like
That was Dada.
Duchamp.
Yeah.
Marcel Duchamp.
Yes. Marcel Duchamp. Exactly.
The Fountain.
Yes,
Fountain,
James.
right?
It was the shelter. It was 3 floors of fun, right? It was the bottom was the shelter, and that was an all ages club. And a lot of my friends played there. I knew a lot of bands that played there. We would go there. And then, like the middle one was big shows and the top was something else, and I can't remember what the hell it was.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
then we had
So
the
they had
place
an all
called-
ages bit. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. And then we had another place called the Greystone, which was supposed to be 18 and up, but we knew people, so we could get in the shows there. And once in a while, I could get snuck into Blondie's 21, and Paychecks did not ever check shit. So we would walk in there all the time. And that's in a
Paychecks
place called
don't check.
Hamtramck. And Hamtramck's just south of me. And that's a cool city. It used to be all Polish people, but now it's mostly Arabic people. But it's still got a lot of cool bars and restaurants, cool places. But it's got like mosques and things like that now. It's kind of weird. It used to be all Catholic churches. There's some beautiful. I was just recently there. Just when I moved in, I went to a Polish festival there, and I went to this Catholic church. Oh my God, I took pictures, and it was just like, oh my God, it was so pretty. All the
Yeah.
beautiful stained glass in there. It was just, it was amazing. And of course, I got a good rummage sale. That's
Yeah,
Catholic
I mean,
churches are
I
always
love,
bad.
like you say, like some of the architecture and the stained glass in churches and stuff. And then I've seen modern artists using stained glass as well in different ways, and it's
I
just
love stained glass.
when it's done well, it's just brilliant.
And just the sheer size of it. I think it
Mm,
was when I saw it because it's just floor to ceiling and those it was a cathedral. You know, it's
mm,
this cathedral ceilings and this baroque I think you would call it baroque gothic style perhaps.
mm,
I don't know if that's the official name for it, but it was definitely architecturally gothic. But
yeah.
it was so intricate, it has to be
Mm,
baroque because of the busyness of it all.
yeah.
It was really crazy.
The embellishments.
Yeah. But yeah, St. Andrews Hall, man, and all those crazy, crazy punk bars and they all went to like rock or rap. And I
Huh.
remember Blondie's closed, Paychecks closed for a while, and St. Andy's went to rap. And we were just in
Mm,
shock. We were like,
mhm.
huh? So yeah, we went follow like Kurt. He got up and went with my friend Adam and his crazy friggin' brother Scott and followed the Dead. He went across the country. He left,
Mhm.
and so I said, "What the am I gonna do?" And I said, "Oh, wait a minute." And I remember my friend Al lived out west. He lived in Seattle, and he used to tell us about the guys that used to listen to punk music and wear tie dyes. And I'm like, I
Right.
think I kind of identify with that right now. And then all these bands like Pearl Jam and what was the other band that not Soundgarden, it was Pearl
Night
Jam and
Pools.
something else. Mudhoney were
Oh, I've
getting
heard of
popular
Mudhoney.
here. And I
Hmm.
was like, "Oh, yeah, okay." And then I realized that like in '88 I had bought this compilation called Deep Six. And it was
Mm.
and I was like, "Oh my god, Soundgarden's on here. Oh, look at that, the Melvins. Oh, I think you know what?
Cool.
I need to go
That's
out
cool.
there. That's where the scene is, because this
Yeah.
is my music. This is like, it's rock mixed with punk, mixed with, it was so good. All of it
Yeah,
just spoke to me.
definitely. Yeah.
Like
That,
70s music. It was 70s music kind of mixed with punk to
yeah.
me. That's what it was
Yeah.
me. And then somebody said to me, a guy I was dating, he goes, "Yeah, they call it grunge." I'm like, "They have a name for this? Really?" I was kind of offended.
Oh no.
I
It's the
remember
beginning of the end. They've labeled it.
I hated labels. I was like,
Yeah.
they tried to nominate me in high school most radical. I was like,
Really.
Radical.
Cool.
Oh,
don't,
oh,
Say
shut up.
goodnight to Paul's. Paul's
Leave me
is
alone.
radical.
And they ended up
Radical.
electing this girl that was just, she wore combat boots and a leather jacket the whole time. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's most radical too."
Now she's
See?
probably someone's mom.
Seriously,
and
she's
that
just
funny,
show,
like
because I
this
was
nice
just-
little Jewish lady that lives in Bloomfield.
and now,
She's not even radical
now
at all.
someone can actually say your mom wears combat boots. That kid's like, fuck, how do they know?
Exactly. I just did what I wanted, and nobody could stand it. Like I would just like what I liked,
Yeah, no.
and
yeah.
people like literally
Completely.
would say to Kurt, "Is she a punk or is she into metal or does
no.
she like this? Is she?" And Kurt
Yeah,
said,
it's
"She
like
likes
when
what
I'm-
she likes. Leave her the hell alone."
Those
Like,
kind
yeah.
of music
How
I
about,
properly listened to rather than just the charts generally was rock music. And I had friends of mine saying, "Oh, you can't listen to the pop top 40 anymore." And I'm like, "Why not? There's the odd track that I still like." I thought being alternative was you just do what you want anyway.
like-
It just
I like
I know.
rock, I like pop, I like
Yeah.
metal, I like punk.
It-
But you know what I really
exactly.
like? I like punching your fucking face if you don't shut the fuck up.
Pretty much.
I like
yeah.
good music. That's what I
I
like.
used to really, I kind of did this on purpose. So Kurt had this friend named Andre. Ooh, if I ever see Andre again, I'm tripping him. Oh, I hate Andre. He used to like try to bully me and tell, the big thing in my school, they would call you a poser, as a punk.
Yeah.
You're a poser.
Oh,
Oh no! But he
really?
was the
That's
biggest
even worse.
poser. His parents
Right.
were rich and would give him everything he
Ugh.
wanted. So he came, like, I would struggle. Like, I didn't get everything I wanted. I worked for everything. My parents would say, guess what? If you don't work after school, you don't eat. I was like, oh, goody. Thanks, Mom and Dad. So that was my life, right?
Yeah, no,
So,
absolutely.
and they didn't buy me nothing. I had to buy all my own stuff. So, excuse me, my leather jacket and my, well, I didn't wear combat boots. They hurt my feet. But whatever I had on my person, I bought
Mhm.
on my own money. This
Yeah.
kid walks in calling me a poser, but he's got like the latest Brooks leather, and like he was the version of a mean girl, a rich mean girl, but punk.
Right.
Okay? There is no bigger poser in the world. The biggest punks I ever knew didn't care about the fashion. You
Yeah.
know? They looked
Yeah.
like nerds. They didn't they looked like the guys in Weezer. You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
my one friend,
It's-
my other friend named E. His name is
Oh.
Ethan. Yes, and we called him E. He had the exploited mohawk,
Nice.
but it was very cool because he was the drum major for the band.
Right.
So he would get up and conduct and
Right.
literally jump up and down with this exploited mohawk in different colors every week. We would dye it. What color do you want it today? Green. Let's put a little yellow in it. You sure? Not blue?
Nice.
Cool, man.
That's
up
that's
there
the thing as you're talking, because I'm
bounce.
thinking one of my good friends is like one of the original punks from the late 70s, and I'm thinking some of those people now, so they're like a few years older than me, and I'm like, some of them are such complete prats. I'm thinking you definitely weren't punks, or if you were, you've fallen a long way. Yeah, it's just
It's just, yeah, I mean, like, if we're, I don't know. It depends. I know a lot of people, unfortunately, a lot of my brethren have passed away last year. A really good friend of mine, Gen Z, she was like she was older than me. You know, she was really cool chick. One of, in my opinion, a punk OG, and she passed away of cancer in June. So shout out to Gen Z, man. She was the best. And her freaking crew. And I remember we all used to hate on that kid, Andre. We all wanted to beat his ass. The problem is that Kurt's parents were best friends with his parents.
Ah, damn it. You got lucky, Andre.
awkward.
You're so lucky.
Yeah.
He was
Oh, if only.
And honestly, I think he did most of that crap because he knew he was protected. You know?
You got plot armor, Andre.
But I
Oh.
remember one day he didn't get away with it. I remember my friend Jen's at her locker, which was like down a bit, and there was the lunchroom, and mine and Kurt's locker was right across from it. And Andre walked by me another day, whispered "poser," and him and Kurt went in, He ran into the lunch line, and I ran after him doing this. And Kurt's like, I'm like, no, I'm done. You're a poser. You. Oh, I hated that kid.
Was there fallout from that though in the end?
No.
Or, like,
No, because Kurt wouldn't do anything to me, and I'm not.
but,
I
like, there was
don't
no-
beat people up.
there was
You
no
know,
like
I just yell at them.
there was no like interparental problems, or I guess they wouldn't have heard about it if you just shouted at him or whatever.
My parents were not friends with his parents, so I did not care. And Kurt could always come to my house if he had fallout. My parents did not care about that crap. They didn't.
Well, the thing is, like you said, at the end of the day, you only like had a go at him rather than beat him up. So
You know, I wasn't
and he pushed it for a long time by the sounds of it.
wanted to beat him, but I
Yeah.
just, you
Well, you
know,
were very restrained then, Justine.
yeah, well, you know,
He should be thanking you.
I wanted to run him over so bad. The best though, I did get like what I would do instead, and maybe this set me up for life because he's don't ever let me know your weakness because I'll play on it.
Exploit it. Exploit it.
Or I'll find out.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
I remember.
I don't remember whose car we were in, but we got to go out to lunch when we were in high school. And so we were the last class to be able to go out to lunch. Class of 90. Woo. So we were the last to be able to, drive and go out to lunch. So we were in somebody's car, and I don't remember. And my stupid friend Lori, she was like in love with Andre. I don't know why. It's disgusting. I don't know. She like gross guys. She like really fucked up. Anyway, so she like, and we were, as idiot kid teenagers are want to do, we want 10 people in the car, even though it doesn't fit. So she decides, I'm going to sit on Andre's lap. Like, you didn't do that.
Yeah, you get the best seat in the
And I'm
car,
in the front passenger seat. I still can't remember who was driving. It wasn't Kurt, but it was I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, I look back and Lori's playing with Andre's hair. And Andre's, she pulled it out.
What?
He had this mohawk. And she's like messing with it, and all of a sudden she pulls a chunk out.
Oh no!
It's probably
It's
the only
because
pulling out they did all night too.
He didn't know how to dye his hair. And Kurt had me dye his hair because I knew how to dye hair.
Mm-hmm.
You don't dye it to the root because that's how you lose your hair. Don't bleach your hair to the root. You will lose your hair. Pro tip. And he bleached it to the root, even though I told him not to. I was really actually trying to be very nice to him. Like, Andre,
So
don't do that.
did it
You'll
kind of
go
like
bald.
kill the root and then it just falls out? Is
Uh-huh.
that, yeah.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what
it doesn't sound like a good mix. Bleach on a hair root.
Guys don't do that because you're already susceptible to losing your hair, right, from testosterone. So don't rush the process. You know what I mean? So, and Kurt had already gotten pissed that summer and just a couple months before because Andre cut his hair into a mohawk. Kurt had his hair in a mohawk. Andre had to copy it, and so Kurt got pissed and he shaved it. So he had like this front tuft and this back tuft. So I dyed it red, white, and blue.
Oh,
So this was
Michael.
right after that.
Hey, Michael.
So it was great. Hey, Michael songs. So after the red, white, and blue incident, and Andre had just dyed his, he bleached it out, and it was cool looking, but it fell out. He bleached it out and then dyed it like this purple and pink, kind of like the ravey type of thing, but before there were really raves. And it looked cool, but he had bleached it to the root. So she went, "Oh, look at your pretty hair." Pulled it right out of his head.
Doesn't look so cool on the floor.
Probably
though.
all crunchy and shit too. Cause,
Oh,
when
Justine
you-
was
'cause-
scream laughing.
'cause when you bleach hair, it gets dry. And
Yeah.
it was probably
Yeah, it
crunchy,
was,
like
it was.
like hay.
It
Just
does
like-
get really dry. And
That's
there's
the only thing with mohawks and stuff like, because I backcombed my hair once to go to a glam gig, and oh my god, I'll never do it again. So I can't imagine with like mohawks and stuff like that. It's just like, I think they
what
look
we-
really cool, but like, nah.
what we used was floor wax.
Right?
Floor wax, Mop and Glow. That was the best. So the brand here was Mop and Glow. I'm not kidding you.
Mop
That
and
is
glow. Did you
Dead
say?
serious. Yes. Yes.
Probably had some
That is how we
janitor
put Kurt's
wondering-
mohawk up every time we went up.
Nice.
Mop and Glow. And my friend Rick
some
had one too. He had a
janitors
short
wonder
one
where-
though. It was easier. But we would
Right,
spike
yeah.
it if you wanted a certain way. And then I had other friends that spiked their hair like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And my friend Jen, at one point, she had a huge exploited mohawk. We would use like a whole thing of freaking Mop and Glow just on her.
I bet
head.
there was some janitor that was like, "Where the fuck is my mop and glow?" And there's a bunch of punks going.
Oh, you go to like the grocery store and a bunch of weirdos, in black leather and combat boots and eyeliner down your fucking nose.
I can normally read
By
what
Mop and Glow.
Mixie's saying, but I'm not sure what that comment means at all.
Which
What
one?
I really need is to stop fucking with my Floby and whacking it off all the time. So confused. It sounds rude.
I don't know.
Just a
I need
carpet
Valerie here
drapes?
to at least to. I don't know what a Floby is.
Stop. I'm guessing it stopped fucking with my workflow and whacking it
Well,
off.
a Floby is a thing that it's like a vacuum thing that it would suck your hair in and it would cut your hair while it's like
Oh.
Oh, is
sucking.
that what it is?
Oh, I've never heard of that, but it sounds
Oh.
horrendous. Like a Hoover with
It
teeth.
does.
Like a Hoover with razors in it. That sounds awful.
I don't
Jeez.
have, but I know what he's talking about. Let me
Oh my god, that sounds scary.
That sounds deadly.
Floby here.
Actually.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh.
Vacuum attachment to cut your hair. Okay,
I'm just
why
gonna
would
say,
you want to
if you're
use a
gonna use
vacuum
one,
to cut
only
your hair?
use it on your
though?
head, on your shoulders. That's all I'm gonna say.
Don't use it for your pubes.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wait,
Jeez.
something important.
Oh, I like my balls being. Oh, yeah.
Here's a girl using it. That's kind of funny.
I'm done.
Okay.
Oh my god. That's wrong. Oh, that's wrong.
It just.
Oh
just
no.
sounds so fucking
No,
scary.
no.
I see those nasal trimmer things, and I'm thinking, no.
That's
Even-
just no.
No.
I don't want anything automatic or near my face or my head. Thank you.
Apparently so, James. Apparently it sucks and cuts.
Does it suck while it cuts?
It
Yes.
sucks. It cuts.
It sucks while it cuts and it sucks after.
It makes julienne fries.
It sucks so
Mix-
it stood up straight. Then
Mixes like my work here is done. I've ruined the stream.
I mean, the only other thing that cuts your hair in the same way.
okay, live for
is the
comments like this. This is
hairdresser.
awesome. Seriously.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I suppose, Michael. Like you say, there was
Quiet.
a serious thought behind it of like who wants to sweep hair up afterwards, right? But yeah, it's all in one. It's a vacuum and cutter all in one. But don't know.
I want to see a commercial.
No, no.
I'm serious. What did it look like
cuts.
after? It had to look horrendous.
I'd like to see the.
That's
the
anathema
blooper
to
reel.
me.
You get the.
Yeah,
you get
I,
the-
I
you get
did
the
hair when I
people-
was younger. That's just wrong.
You got like the people who have like the most whitest of problems. It's like, do you struggle with cutting your hair and cleaning up the mess? Try this
Frank,
cut.
Frank always walks in the worst
I
times.
know. We're sorry, Frank. Kind of.
Not really, though. It's beautiful. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, not sorry.
Welcome
Welcome.
to my show. Awesome.
We
place.
were briefly talking about fire horses, and somehow we ended up on the Floby.
That's the beauty of this show, I think.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's what I like about it. It's like telephone. You start on one end
Exactly.
saying one thing and end up at the other end completely different things.
It's
Boomer-
like
Boomer
eating.
also got
You
it.
start at one end, and naturally,
Show that abomination again, Talking of starting at one end. Don't you?
but I digest. Anyways,
I just,
Slowly digest. Oh,
I beam the base meme.
it's not a groaner or anything. Anyway, I'm getting rid of
at
some.
least not yet.
Well, that has completely thrown me.
Today is brought to you by apple juice.
Yay.
Hi.
Let's see. So, yeah, anyway. It's been,
No
this has
more
been an
soda.
interesting conversation. Now it's just like abruptly ended.
I know. I'm completely. Oh, punks. We were talking about punks before.
Oh God, I could totally.
Oh, it's
talk
because the
about it
guy's
all
hair
day.
was coming out. Andre, the one that.
Oh,
your-
stupid. Okay,
your
that guy
bestie
ended up
loved.
in his adult life, and this is what's disgusting about it. This will show his personality. Let me just tell you this.
Okay.
He ended up moving to Wisconsin because, all right, this guy could have been valedictorian of his class. He had all A's.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean,
Wait,
I
he
mean,
could
most
have
people
been-
want that, right? They want to be valedictorian of their
I'm
class
not
and go on to
entirely sure.
college and
I'm not
succeed in
entirely
their
sure
life.
what it means. I think the first time I come across the word was in a Skid Row song.
It means like you got all A's in high school.
Oh, okay.
Throughout high
I don't
school.
know that that's. I don't know that's a good thing that he's valedictorian, because if he didn't know not to bleach his roots, he probably him being the top of the class.
He wasn't valedictorian. He could have been if he wanted to be,
but he
Right.
didn't.
but he
know
didn't.
not to bleach
Instead,
his
he
roots.
dumped some. He decided to be an idiot, right? And just
I
to
think
piss
I think he
his
bleached
well,
his
wait,
brain.
just to piss his parents off, who gave him everything. Okay, this kid got to go to Germany every year. He got to go to Europe every year. Okay,
Huh.
hello.
Huh.
I
So
never
you're
got to
saying
go to
he-
Cincinnati even
was
once when I
capable
was a
of
kid.
doing- Yeah. So you say he was
Toledo,
capable
anywhere.
of doing stuff, he just decided not to because he knew he was going to get it anyway.
Worse, he quit school 3 days before graduation.
No. What?
Just quit. He threw it all away. Quit.
I mean, if you
and-
weren't
and
going to
maybe he
bother, I
wouldn't
just
have
wouldn't
been-
have
he
bothered
was-
from the beginning.
At the top 5 of his class, and he quit
No.
to piss his
what?
parents off.
Why wouldn't you
to piss his
just?
parents off. Yeah. So,
That's-
and that's just shitty. Like me, I wasn't trying to make my parents mad or anything. I just had I had an attitude.
Yeah, I didn't choose to be
It
that
was
way.
who I
just like
was,
it.
and that's
Yeah.
where I fit. You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't necessarily the clothes I wore or anything. Or no, it was my attitude. You know,
Mm,
with him, he was trying to be like us. He was trying to fit in
Right.
with Kurt. You know, and where Kurt fit in, and he was a narcissist that was trying to usurp his personality. Right? He didn't really have one of his own, so he had to
Usurper.
kind of cop somebody else's.
You supper.
You know, and so in the end, what he ended up doing, because he quit school and he didn't get a GED or anything, he ended up working is in some kind of industrial something. He went to Wisconsin because in the state of Wisconsin, which is like one state over from mine, right? That's where
Yeah.
Green Bay is.
yeah.
The cheese state.
Yeah, no, exactly. I can remember that Wisconsin
Milwaukee
is Green
is
Bay
the seat.
Packers and the cheese state.
Yep.
And I think because you are both up north and kind of next to each other, that's why I was getting mixed up. But
I
yeah,
have to say, Wisconsin loves white people. They will. White people. It's very, very easy for them to get welfare in Wisconsin, apparently. So that's where Andre went, so he could purposely get welfare. That's so disgusting to me.
Blimey.
It drives me nuts. Oh yeah, it drives me crazy because this is a guy that's extremely intelligent.
Yeah, the thing-
He could have
because
done
with that,
anything
you
he
could have-
wanted,
Yeah,
but
I
what
don't-
he did was decided to suck off the state.
you could eat.
Be a
He didn't
useless
use a
waste of
Flovey,
skin
though,
and
did
air.
he?
No, he
But the
sucks.
thing is, like, that's because I'm thinking if you were that, like, academically good, then you'd have more options to not do just a job that you hate, like most people do.
Exactly.
Most people are limited in options for one reason or another. And, yeah, that's.
It just kind of proved to me in my life, seeing somebody like that you might have intelligence, but you have zero wisdom.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
None.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, like
Yeah.
I never wanted to piss my parents off. I love my parents. They were older, they were overprotective, and you know,
And
I
you-
had issues. I had an attitude. That was it. I had angst, you know, and still kind of do. But you know, if that's real in you, it never comes out. You know, that is not. If he thought that was punk rock, that is not punk. You don't do that to people. That's
I could-
disgusting.
yeah.
Is what that is. It's
I mean, it's a
Ever-
cliche, but people say like punk is an attitude. But I think in a lot of like youth culture to me, that part of the youth culture should be about rebellion and about questioning things. It doesn't matter whether it's rock or rap or what it is. It should be part of it.
Well,
Should be like
I would
pushing back.
argue rap is really punk.
Did you
And
ever?
the person that introduced me to Salt and Pepper was Kurt.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
He came.
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
like,
So go
as I
ahead.
was going to say earlier when you mentioned about, we were saying about the Beastie Boys going from punk to rap, like they identified that there was still that energy and that rebellion possible in that music, and to kind of do it yourself and things like that,
Hmm.
rather than going into more conventional style.
It's just they
So
sounded
yeah,
better, and really, they were kind of wasting their talent on the punk rock. They were
mm,
so good. And rap is not easy stuff.
yeah,
I used to have this manager when I worked at Chase. She was really, really cool. She was probably
oh,
my favorite manager ever. Because
he's doing
one of
an
the reasons
Inception
why.
thing at the moment. I don't know
I
why,
was
but
trying
No.
to ask the question. Have you ever heard of this Pazuzu Algarad thing? This guy who was like was just like this. I guess like I don't know, like I don't know if you'd say punk Satanist guy or whatever.
no,
No, that's
I've not
not.
heard of him.
Killed
Where was
See,
like
I
he
he
from?
hate
killed.
that. That's not. See, don't even say
Oh,
it's
see,
punk
when you
because it's
said
not
But
the first
punk.
when you
That's
said the
he's
first
a
name,
punk,
that
but it's not.
reminded me
but
that
he
reminded
lived.
me
He
of
lived in this. He lived
that
in.
God on the right hand side is his first name. Because when you said his name, I was like, oh, hang on, that sounds like that God. Because Rebecca Watson, skeptic on YouTube, has mentioned that God a couple of times. I think it appears in The Omen, and it freaked her out.
You
And
know,
then,
he
like, her
probably took
husband or
that
something got
name.
a statue of it and put it in the house, and
Yeah,
she was like,
He did.
"Get that out
you're
of my
right,
house! It's
Mindy.
cursed." And
Yup,
she's like
that.
all about rationality and science and everything, but she's like,
But
"Get that out of my house."
Yeah, you know what? I'm with her.
Yeah,
yeah.
So there, because
But
I
this
am
guy.
about rationale. I'm a skeptic, but there are certain things that you look at and go, nope,
But this
out of
like
my
guy lived.
house.
But this guy lived like like just absolute trash lifestyle that like you see out of some people like the crust punk, people, and people are like literally just like the house is just destroyed. They
right,
don't bathe. They they it's just
yeah, just
like
like destructive and
I can't remember the name of the first movie I saw because it was like 40 years ago. But SLC Punks. You want to see like punk and how we were? Go see that movie SLC Punks. It's a great one. Oh, let's see if I can find it.
there was
does
a
that
movie
stand for
called
something?
Isaac's Road or something.
Suburbia. That was the other movie. It's called Suburbia. But I think SLC Punk's a little bit better than Suburbia. Suburbia is it's like really early 80s, but it's a good one. It was kind of like the iconic one for all us kids when we were young.
Mhm.
SLC Punks is a more recent film, but in my opinion, it does a better job of kind of what we were going through as kids,
Right.
pretty
What does
much.
the letter stand for?
Salt Lake City.
Oh, okay.
So it's based the Salt Lake City punks. So it's all like about what they were dealing with and like their lame city and how effed up it is because of all the Mormons in it. It's
Yeah.
you can't get alcohol there at all.
See,
It's
again, it's
all
that
run
kind
by
of like
Mormons.
rebelling thing again, isn't it? Because, I mean, I
Aren't we
remember.
coming back full circle? I love that. Right? Because isn't that the year of the fire horse?
Yeah,
In my opinion, it's
resistance
about
and yeah,
resistance.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So
Oh,
like
hey, though, I went to who was that guy that you showed? Like, was he around in like the 80s or more recent? I take it like the
Um,
90s more, right?
he
I'm
was.
thinking 90s.
Uh,
I don't know why.
let me go back to
that might have been 90s. It kind of looked 90s.
Mm,
Might
uh
be 80s though. Might be late
mm,
80s.
born in 78, died in 2015. It was this whole thing kind of like
That's bizarre, dude.
I mean, he would have been 20
uh,
in '98, so
He kind of reminds me of somebody ugh.
that's the thing, though.
Like,
Like,
Human
my,
trafficker
had
they
these
caught here. That's what
he had these
like.
wild parties, and like what happened was
That's what I
like
think of that guy. It's like
he had these really wild parties, and like he was really abusive towards his mother, and like
don't say.
she was like in another room when she heard a gunshot,
Oh boy.
and he had actually killed someone who was at one of his parties.
oof.
Kept the guy's body in the basement for like months, and then eventually buried him out by the pool. The pool was just gutted. There was no pool there. It was just a hole. But then then someone went to the cops and told them there were, that he had this body there,
hmm
and the cops went and looked, but they didn't really do much to check, and they missed some details, and
Oh.
eventually at some point or another his girlfriend shot
girlfriend?
someone.
Oh my god.
He had a girlfriend. Yeah, like these people actually fucked. It's amazing. But probably Andre's crowd. But yeah, so it's like, yeah, so it's just like, so she shot someone and they buried another body, and finally the cops did actually, like,
Lovely people.
Jeez.
And you say
So-
he's passed away. G
yeah.
yeah,
Dog.
he killed himself.
22. Oh, shit. Was this in the States or in Europe somewhere? Or
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah, it sounds like something that happened here.
So,
We got welcome to Crazy
Jeez.
Town. We have cookies though.
we Oh boy, like my like say my mate, so one of the original punks, like when he sees people post on Facebook about how all punks and skinheads were like fascists and Nazis and all this kind of thing, and he's like, the punk movement was so against all of that. It was like certain sections, or it was taken over, and like
weird.
the mainstream media love to focus on the worst aspects
The
of any
negative.
particular youth
Yeah.
culture or subculture. Yeah.
We
It's
had
really
problems
weird.
with skinheads here. We had major problems with skinheads here.
Yeah.
My husband was jumped when he was 14, 15. He was 15. When this guy named Otto, can you imagine? This guy was disgusting. And he was much larger than my husband at the time, and of course he was older. He was about 5 years older, and he just picked on a little kid, and literally beat the crap out of him for no reason, because he's, the reason is because Kurt was German and he wouldn't join him. He hated that shit, and so they would beat him up. And so we couldn't go into the city Royal Oak. It was.
Are they trying to say then, oh, because you're German, you should be
Yes.
sympathise? Oh, for God's sake,
Yeah.
Jesus! I mean,
Yep.
it's stupid
Yep.
enough as it is, but
Yep. He had a lot of shit because he was he was half German. Kurt. And I'm also half German. So but I wasn't my last name was German, but people didn't recognize it as German.
Right.
Kasprick is way more German sounding than what my last name was. So and I look like my Irish ancestors. I'm half Irish, half German. So I look more Irish than I do German, but so does Kurt. But because his last name, he actually looks more like his Irish ancestors than he does his German ones. But his brother looks like his German ancestors.
right.
But because of his last name, he would get all this shit, because the German shit. You would get called a Nazi, or the Nazis would want him, and he would be like, "Fuck you, I hate that shit," and they
That's
would beat him up.
crazy.
We
Like,
got it from all ends, man.
this isn't like oh,
It was
jeez.
awful.
I can't believe that people
he
are
was
so
the
daft
sweetest
about
guy
German.
ever. He stuck
German.
up for.
That's
What? I'm sorry.
wow. No, I'm just surprised that like at that time in the US, the people would have been giving you grief about a German sounding surname. That's just
Oh yeah. Still do. Still do.
Yeah.
I was in a live chat once when I was in the Predcatcher community. This was like 4 years ago. I was at my buddy Jay, PP Mass. He's not in Massachusetts anymore, but back then he was. And I was just in a chat, you know, as Justine Kasprick back then. I wasn't the real. But I'm in there, and somebody, some troll thing, started attacking me and calling me a Nazi.
Oh, this just
Beautiful. I was like, oh, that's great. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck you're talking to, but that ain't me. I was like, oh, it's my last name. I forgot I'm married now. Yeah, I'm gonna get that shit. I forgot.
that's
Yeah.
I think it's
Stupid. It's
I think it's really
dumb.
weird. It's really weird when like you see punk people become more like conservative and it's just like what happened. Like I had a classmate who is like still trying to be the mayor of Toledo for the Republicans, and he
Really?
fails every year just even to get on the ballot. But like he was like such a hardcore punk kid. Like he literally dressed like it and all that. But
Yeah, he dressed
Yes.
like it. See, I got an argument for
had the-
that. I
but
think he
had
was a
the-
poser.
but has the politics of
He's a
of-
poser.
fascism, and I'm just like I don't
Yeah.
understand how you.
You
you know-
can dress like anything. You can seem like something, but it doesn't make you the thing. Do you know what
No.
I'm saying?
It's just such a
but it
contrast.
is it's I know
weird.
I know what you
Shooting
mean.
yourself in the foot, you know.
Well, and
It's like,
just you're fake. How about that? You were a fake. You were faking whatever that was back then. That's not how you felt. You know, that wasn't you. You were trying something on for size because you thought it looked cool.
Yeah.
That's my whole point with the Andre story and everything. It's just you're
Oh yeah.
trying something
With
on
him,
for,
it
that's
sounds
not
like it,
you.
for sure.
You know.
That sounds. It reminds me of the song "Common People" by Pulp. That thing of like somebody just pretending to be poor or pretending to be part of a culture that's not really. They're just like LARPing in effect. Yeah.
Yeah, I largely felt that way being a hippie, being in that Grateful Dead community thing. It was like I'm more LARPing, or you know, I'm a punk. I'm not. I'm kind of. I have hippie tendencies. Just smoke weed, you know, blah blah blah. I am a peaceful
Yeah.
person. I do value that in my life. You know, maybe I do hold some, but I am not a 1960s hippie.
Yeah,
I like
also-
moshing and sometimes hitting people in the head.
it's
not
I'm the
hippie.
same way. I also appreciate, you know, I like peace and weed and free love too, but I also like bathing and also occasional violence. I'm not a pacifist, and I like soap.
Well, okay.
Like, so-
Here, hippies had a connotation. All right.
Mhm.
So, and I don't know if this is widely known, but it's a lot like gypsies, where
Mm.
they're criminals, right?
Oh.
They scam or they steal, and that's kind of how us punks looked at hippies. They're just you're a dirty friggin' hippie. Speaking of stinking, dirty, not meaning
See,
like
hippies
physically
weren't
dirty,
so
it
much
meaning
a
you're
subculture. Yeah, hippies weren't so
taking
much of a
people.
subculture here at all. So,
And-
you might call somebody a hippie, but it would normally be because they were like into, you know, being into the environment, or they were vegetarian or something like that. It wouldn't really
Okay.
be anything else.
I think of wasn't it the young ones, Neil?
Yeah,
Lentils.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I suppose, yeah, they
I love
probably.
them.
Some people might say that you don't wash or whatever, I guess, if you've got somebody who's really into it. But yeah, I get the impression it's like there's connotations in the States that wouldn't apply here, like association with anti-war movements. And so some people are going to be hating them because of that. And yeah.
Well, there's some of that too, but like what we looked at, I guess, as punks was that
Yeah.
you steal. Okay,
Yeah.
so you scam people, and okay, so I'm buying weed back then, right?
Mm.
there was there's who you ended up buying it from, who what we called the hippie mafia. And
Right.
it was a contingent of old hippies that grew this
Right.
stuff. It was the only like decent stuff. Otherwise, you were getting lung effusions from the brown crap compressed. It was
Right.
terrible. It make you throw up. You know, so you would try to buy the good stuff, and they would charge you up the buttocks for it because they knew that they could, and that's
Yeah.
such a hippie, dirty hippie thing to do.
Yeah.
So they were the hippie, you know, they were the hippie mafia. Here we go. Patchouli oil. Oh yes. Oh God.
Now,
That's
when I think
right.
patchouli oil, I'm thinking of my friends like into rock music and metal and stuff rather than hippies.
Is patchouli
But yeah.
what they used to make to you've been to the shed before, Justine, right? The shed, is that what they use
Yeah.
in the head
Yeah.
shops?
When you
It
walk in there, that's
smells
all you
so-
smell is patchouli.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Patchouli
Yes.
and potpourri are two of
For
the worst
years, I
smells.
could not because for years I could not smell patchouli. I could not do
Yeah.
it.
Like you buy a
so-
bong.
I would
from
get
the
amber
shed.
instead. I had amber and something else, but amber was mine. It's a much more subtle smell, much more pleasant. Patchouli is so yeah.
You buy a
Yeah, it's a
bong
way of
from
hiding the stink.
You buy a bong from like the fucking head shed, and like you have to wash it because it's just tastes. Everything tastes.
Here is something
Like
so funny about
patchouli.
patchouli. Okay, my mom-in-law thinks that's weed smell. She thinks patchouli is weed.
Right. Yeah.
Just because it's the head,
It's
because it's the
conflated.
head shed.
Yeah.
Just because it's the head shed. That's the only reason.
Yes, yes. Oh,
God.
because
It's
I
like-
know why.
It's like that.
Oh.
And fucking, it's that and potpourri. Potpourri is
Dirty
the
C.
worst. It's just amplifying the smell of poop with wood chips, and like it's
I'm
terrible.
crying. Oh my god. This is awesome. Yeah, it's so true. It's so disgusting. Ugh. I made the mistake. Okay, so I get this. So last year, you know, trying to cheer myself up, I did something to make myself happy and started ordering these silly little scent bird things. It's this company and they give you like little it's
Spritz
more than
bottles.
sample. It's little spritz bottles of perfume and that you pick them, right? And so I had accidentally picked this one that had patchouli in it. I don't know why I picked this. I never would have picked this. But I sprayed it like on my, and usually I'll spray it in the air before I put it on because I
Yeah.
don't never know. And I'm usually pretty careful about what I pick, but I don't, this must have
The
slipped through.
one time you weren't careful.
I gave this away. It was so bad. It made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. It was so gross. I put it, I'm like, oh, and I immediately had to take a shower. And then I looked at the card that came with it. I was like, what the hell? I never want to pick this scent again. And it was patchouli.
By giving away, like you literally just left it somewhere.
Never gonna do that again. Oh, gross. That and rose. I can't. Ugh. If anybody likes rose perfume, DM me. I've got something to send you.
Just smell like a nun. Just
It does not agree with my makeup. It like I put it on my skin and it smells sour. It's disgusting.
Yeah, sometimes they smell different on different people, don't they? So
You know what? Oh, gross. And I used to like Nag Champa. Made of cow dung. Okay, no. Disgusting.
You know, I just some mornings I just like to spray on the Nag Champa and drink some of that civet coffee.
That's a good man name. But that's a good man
Kopi
name.
Luwak.
Coffee, yeah.
It is not good that it's made of poo, but it's a good man name.
I like the cow dung scent and the and that cat turd coffee that I drink every morning.
Now, okay, yuck. What? What?
I know.
Who
When I found
smelled
out about
cat
that.
poo and said, coffee?
Yeah, when I found out about that, I was like, what? And people pay over the odds for that? What? I mean, civets look cool and
Who
everything, but
thought
no.
of that sick shit? I'm sorry. Let's let a cat eat the beans and poop them out, and then we'll rinse them off and
The
eat
cat
them.
itself
Gross.
is like the cat itself is
What's
like
wrong
a
with you?
Keurig machine, squirting out fresh
It is
coffee.
entirely wrong, sir.
Have it sat
Wrong.
over the edge of your kitchen counter.
I feel like I'm
I need
turning
some
into
coffee.
Gene Wilder and Young Frankenstein. This is wrong, sir.
We've run out of coffee. Oh, you've got to feed the civets some more beans.
Just like
Oh,
this
Ty, man,
tail.
you know what's so sick is that I never knew what Nag Champa was, and like back in my past life, I used to burn the crap out of that. Ugh, never again. Yeah, ugh.
Well,
I'll stick with my
apparently,
balsam candles. Thank you.
Thai man does say used to be made of, and when I
Oh,
googled
God, I hope
it, it
it's
was
used
saying
to.
it was sandalwood and frangipani flowers. I can't remember what
Okay.
frangipani
Frangipan.
flowers.
Frangipan?
Yeah, that's one. But sandalwood's nice, so it sounds quite nice now. I'm not so sure about when it was cowdle. No,
Dead. Okay.
MC
Smith's
Rider
killing me tonight.
Flavin.
Look at this.
Nice, I
The
like
band
that.
names rock.
That's good.
That's
That
what we
is
should do a show
good.
on. Just like, let's come up with creative band names.
Yeah, there you go. Thai man confirms. Not made of cow dung.
Marmite. Now, Marmite, isn't that like Vegemite? Is that what
Yeah,
Marmite is?
yeah.
Okay.
Marmite and Vegemite's basically the same.
That's a
Same
brand
thing,
name
yeah.
too. See
Apparently-
riboflavin.
It's called Marmite because the label's got a picture of a cooking pot, and that's a French cooking pot called a Marmite. Hence the name, apparently.
Oh, okay. So that's what it. Because isn't it like the dregs of after you boil down
Yeah,
the
you're-
hops for
you're about
beer or
the-
something?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a byproduct of making beer and fermentation, and they looked at it and thought we could sell that,
Yummy.
which sounds horrendous, but
You know what
yeah,
it- we can't waste this. We
yeah,
could do
Yeah.
something with it. Scrape, scrape.
exactly. Yeah, and you're the first person I've ever heard mention that that's what it actually is. So, but yeah, it's good
yeast
for
okay.
good for
yeast
vegans
extract.
like me because it's got good B vitamins in it. So, yeah.
And
I
Yeah,
probably
and then-
should
and-
eat it because I'm
and-
low on that.
the Norwegians, not to be outdone, said, "Hey, hold my fish. Let's cook this in some caustic and let it ferment over a period of."
Yeah, don't
years.
they bury it in the beach? Don't they bury it in the beach? Or is that a different?
It's a
Country.
process. There's a whole process involved.
Yeah,
Is that
involving-
that
yeah.
Horstenung or whatever it is? That fish.
Oh, I'm not.
That
I can't remember
super
the name.
stinky fish.
Isn't the century
They
egg
had it on
something
Chopped one
similar to that?
time. They had to cook with it on Chopped. I don't know if you're familiar with that show. Cooking
no.
show on the Food Network. So they'll
Oh,
give
okay.
you a basket. They have professional chefs on there, and they give you some. This was mine and Kurt's favorite show. We used to bet on who was going to win. So
Nice.
they give you a basket of ingredients, and sometimes they're pretty cool and normal, and other times you get stuff like this stinky fish. It's this fish in a can. I believe, I don't know if it's Norwegian or Swedish, not sure which, but it's fermented.
Yeah,
and they opened it and
Newt's
people
fish.
were getting physically ill. That's how
Right.
bad the smell was, and they had to
Yeah.
cook with it. And they had to make, and they have these judges that are also famous chefs like Alex Guarnaschelli. They had Marcus. Oh God, I can't remember some of the last
Pierre
names.
White,
Sir Stroming.
Yeah,
Is it-
Sir Straumann.
Marcus
is-
Pierre White. Is that?
No, he was originally from Ethiopia, but then he was adopted by a Swedish family. Marcus. Mark, he's Somalian. No, he's not
Swedish
Somalian.
or
He's Ethiopian.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of his last name.
Mr. Smith says it's called Sir Stroming.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Oh, and they had to cook with this, and then
That sounds like a name for someone.
they made it.
Sir Strumming.
It's like, why did you do that? I have never, I won't, I won't try that. But I have seen a lot of videos. There's like two guys on Instagram that do this one page that they make each other eat nasty stuff, and they tried surströmming. And the one guy, Chris, he has this very short puke trigger.
A very
I have sent these videos to Gary and Lori. Oh, Lori kind of got mad at me, so I stopped sending them. Because the guy Chris will just look at it and start puking before you even open it. But then they did the surströmming.
right. Surströmming.
Crap.
Surströmming.
Surströmming. Stroman or Struman?
Yeah, because the last
feel
one
like-
is double O. So
I still like
Stroman could be
surströmming.
or ooh. It
Sir
depends.
Strumming.
Surströmming.
Strumming.
Strewn.
But they just
Surströmming.
cracked. His buddy cracked the
Strumming.
can, and the other guy just lost it. It was just that bad.
So
It
that's so the surströmming is salted fermented herring, and then the and then go up with an in at the end. Extend the oo. So streaming.
Okay.
So streaming.
Struman.
I'm not very good at pronunciations. I struggle with English, so
Well, when I was in Amsterdam, I learned some Dutch.
Strumming.
I find it's easier just to be immersed in it, and then you have to learn it because you're forced to.
well,
Yes,
crippling
I do like
shyness
Dutch was
compared
easy.
with.
I do like to go
Right,
up with
just-
the in at the end.
Dutch was easy.
I
Dutch is
need
like
a-
English.
I need a.
you know,
Oh no, there are. Yeah, I mean,
with some Swedish thrown in there. That's what it seemed like to me.
some of the people I knew from South Africa, when they're speaking Afrikaans, I could like understand some of what they were saying. So yeah, there's definitely similarities
It wasn't
for
that
sure.
hard for me. I have a thing with I have a really weird thing with language, and I can just pick it up. Accidentally.
I'm
I
very,
picked up
very
language.
jealous,
I
'cause-
accidentally picked up French when I was 3.
Oh,
I just picked it up because we had a
See-
Canadian station and I was watching it, and I just
Right.
yeah. Oops.
I love languages and
That
how
was
they relate to
swear
each
words.
other and kind of evolve from each other and influence each other. But I'm learning them as a whole other thing altogether.
Linguistics is fun.
Oh yeah,
I dabble in it.
I was really I picked up swear words a lot.
Oh, that's the best part of language.
I learned.
That's the
I
first
actually
thing
learned.
people ask, isn't
I
it?
actually learned how to curse around the same time I was learning how to write cursive, so I could curse in cursive.
Cursive, for God's sake.
I did an art project when I was younger, and I wish I could have found all of my art. I lost most of it, but I did this project because I do calligraphy, right? And largely how I'm self-taught, and I learned a lot through this really weird group called the Society of Creative Anachronism, and they recreate Renaissance history, like between 600 and 1600 AD. That's their time period. So I did a lot of calligraphy work with
Sorry,
this one guy.
they recreate what? Sorry, from that.
History. They're
Okay.
historical and anachronistic, right? So
Yeah.
they recreate between 600 and 1600 AD. So you've got like pre-Renaissance and Renaissance, and that kind of era.
Are you
I
saying
worked
like
with this-
when you say they recreate it? Are they recreating it like doing plays or?
Oh, they would have whole festivals. They had a whole group that would do
Oh.
fighting, that had made like fake swords and stuff, and would do that. We had all kinds of weird stuff.
That's a long time period to be covering.
They had this one huge festival out out in
Wow.
Kalamazoo, and it was Val Day. It was Valentine's Day, and they just called it Val
Right.
Day, and it was just huge. And they would have all these like classes. That's where I took a lot of classes on art, so you
Oh,
could go learn like how they made paint in that era. You could
no
do crazy
way.
stuff. I had a
Just that
friend
alone
that
would be really interesting
I knew a girl that now I would not do this, but
because it
she
covers so many different. I can
so
see
many
that
different
just
eras
that
of
one thing
history.
covering so many different aspects of that time and
She
place.
made
Like
her own
that's
yarn to make her own wedding dress from a sheep's wool. I watched
nice.
her do this from the
Wow,
sheep. She
that's
sheared the
cool.
sheep and she
Yeah.
took it and made the yarn and sewed it on on a wheel. She
Ah,
did the whole
to
thing
be able
herself.
to make something from start to finish
It
like
was
that is wow. There
insane.
can't be
I
many
mean, I
people
saw
that can
some
do
people
that.
do. The woman that taught me
That's so
costuming because I
cool.
learned costuming there too as well as calligraphy. Um, she did whole full Elizabethan with the collar and everything. I used to
Oh,
have
the rough
pictures of
collar.
her.
That's that's
Crazy.
that is
She
pretty
was
cool.
cool. She was a cool lady. She's from Ann Arbor. She was a cool lady. But yeah, I learned under this guy Randy Asplin Faith, and he's actually a pretty big artist. He was a while ago. He did a lot of artwork
Hmm.
for sci-fi stuff. But he taught me how to make paint from back then. So they would use rotten egg whites,
Hmm.
and they would take gemstones and
Yeah.
shave them down,
Yeah.
right? And they would mix the glare, which was the rotten egg white, with the paint. And it stunk to high heaven, but he taught me how to do it and how to get sulfur yellow and these certain particular colors that were used in books of hours that you can't quite reproduce. It's not the same. A green from a malachite stone is so much brighter than
Mm.
This is,
it is from, whatever they make it out of now. I don't even
you know
know.
what this is?
Oh, that's like
Looks like a
seashells,
bug.
effectively, and they
Red.
use it
This
as
is
red
red
food
dye.
coloring.
Red dye. It's an insect.
Yeah. Oh, an insect.
Oh,
Beg
so
pardon.
that's your red dye. Gross.
I remember there
Cochineal.
was a scare
Yeah.
about that in red food dye a few years ago.
That was, yeah, cancerous. Well, they had that years ago too. They banned it in the 70s because they said it caused cancer. So you didn't have red
Mm.
M&Ms for like 30 years until they
Oh,
came out with a more natural red dye. That's a little browner than it is red, I think.
hmm.
That's kind of, yeah, red
But
M&Ms,
it's
man.
really good for dyeing. It's known for dyeing clothes really well, though. I mean, because
Mm.
that's those ground up and turn into a powder will like actually literally stain something like
Well, I hate to
red
tell
so
you,
well.
ladies
Yeah.
and gents, but
Yeah.
largely your sparkly eyeshadow and lip gloss, that has bugs in it.
That's what.
Most likely.
It has bugs in it. That's what makes
Oh.
it all sparkly and translucent and
Oh,
iridescent
really?
and
The
stuff.
like iridescent beetle shells and stuff. That could. Oh,
Butterfly
that's
wings.
interesting.
I'm
Yucky
pretty.
poo-poo.
Didn't they
It's my
like when
makeup
you
on
talked
straight.
about the semi-precious stones and that? So not only would you have to have the money to be able to employ an artist, but then you've also got to pay for the materials, presumably, because artists are poor, especially like back then they wouldn't have been buying their own stuff necessarily. The
Right, right.
Like, but
didn't they use lapis at one time to make turquoise
Yes.
paint?
Yes, they
And
did.
wasn't the only place you could get it a mine in Afghanistan at the time or something? So like it was really, really expensive.
Really rare and
Yeah.
very expensive. And usually the people that were commissioning the paintings, what was used, they would also be paying for the materials. So,
Mm,
and
yeah.
how long it would take to procure something like that back then, let's say in the era of Michelangelo, doing the Sistine
Crazy, huh?
Chapel,
purple was
hanging upside down. and that
purple
kind of
was
stuff.
like the most sought after color. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
very hard, very rare. Probably came. My guess was Africa, but I'm not sure about that. It might be India. It was one of those.
Yeah, because that's why purple was associated with royalty, if I remember, because it was like really expensive and it was
Oh,
like
weird. Okay, this is weird. 2012, beekeepers in northeastern
Oh.
France, particularly around the town of Ribeauville in Alsace,
No way.
discovered that their bees were producing honey in unusual shades of blue and
No
green.
way.
It was traced back to a biogas plant. Oh,
No.
Mars Chocolate Factory producing M&Ms.
That's
Bogus. That's so bogus. Oh my
Oh man.
God. That's horrible.
Yeah.
That reminds me of something, though. Okay, I went to Wayne State University in Detroit, and this kind of reminds me of it, though. And I would walk down the main. Okay, we called it Gullen Mall. So, on the left was the Purdy Library. On the right, at the certain crossing point, was the Student Center. I hated walking through there because in the Student Center there was a McDonald's. Okay.
So,
There was just a McDonald's in there.
Hmm.
But they would take their exhaust and pour it out into Gullen Mall. So you would walk down it just past the Student Center, and it was like French fry grease
Yeah.
cloud.
Yeah, that's
It
what I
wasn't
was.
even
Oh.
like just the smell. It was like literally you couldn't breathe. It was the oil from the French fries coming
Oily
at you.
air. You're going past and you get like coated in.
And I felt like that, like I was
French
gonna be
fry grease.
coated in
Skin just
oil by the
start-
time I got to class.
just
Yeah.
breaking out with zits and shit.
Yeah.
walking
And I
through
kept
it.
thinking about like this effect, like the blue and the green in the honey. I kept
Yeah.
thinking about that effect on things around, like, okay, are the birds gonna start getting like oil laden? Pigeons can't fly anymore.
God. I've worked restaurants my entire life, so just knowing the film and filth that like covers your skin after a long shift of working in an environment like that, it's just
Well, and I remember as a kid, I worked at Olga's Kitchen, which is it's like kind of fast food Greek, right? And we had French fries. We served curly fries, and so they constantly put the fries down, and the oil would spill over because we had stupid people that worked there, and so you'd be skating on the floor, it's just full of oil. And then my friend Colleen, she effed up one night and the whole thing boiled over. And I remember we
throw
were
ice
there
in
for like
there?
5 hours. We were there till like 2 a.m. something. I think she put
tried to
cold, like frozen fries in there, and it just went because she was trying to help. She was a cashier. She really didn't do the back work, but we were
Yeah.
short like 2 people at this point, so she was trying to help, and
Are
she
you
didn't know what
supposed
she
to-
was doing.
Are you supposed to like thaw them out first or something? Or
ice will fuck your it will make your grease.
There's like levels. Like you were supposed to pull it from this place, not this freezer. You're supposed to pull it from the
okay.
fridge, not the freezer.
like you ever just fry something like on a frying pan and like you add something frozen to it, it just gets violent.
yeah,
That's
I
what
suppose it's the
happens
in fry.
water and
Once-
the steam
So-
and
Don't
Yeah.
do whatever you do not try to make fried ice.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah.
Are
no.
you speaking from
My friend Colleen
experience?
tried it, and that's what happened.
Yeah,
we were there for 5 hours mopping up oil,
that does-
and it never mopped up because that
Yeah,
floor, it was like
that
It
bricks.
stays hot. It stays hot for a while. It
And you
doesn't-
just you skated on that floor. Ugh. I had this particular pair of shoes I'd have to wear there, and I remember, like, after I quit that job, I threw those out. They were just oil. It smelled like that, and I couldn't eat that food for years. I was like, bleh.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I've passed. All right, we have gone over our time, but this has been fun.
Oh,
I really enjoyed it.
yeah. I mean, I learned tonight. I learned that Firehorse is a year of change and resistance, and apart from that, that Flobies are a thing, and that Detroit has a lot of varied musicians.
Yeah, how about that? And that there were bees that produced blue and green honey from
Wow, yeah.
M&Ms. That's pretty
Yeah.
rough. That is rough. All right, guys. I thank you all for being here, Mr. Smith, James, Ty Man, everybody that's stuck with us. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Love yous.
Farewell.
And we'll come up with some
Auf Wiedersehen.
crazy crap to talk about next week.
Yeah.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye bye.